Hey guys, what better? We watched the movie Jay, Mike, Wham, Up in You, every night, every day, always.
Deep inside!
Hardcore Henry, and not that fucking porn that you want to watch last night, but the real movie called Hardcore Henry. There's not much to say about it, really, except that it's fucking hardcore.
If you go to see this, and you're a person who gets easily nauseous, and you're a person that does have an issue with that, you may have an issue.
Like, if you can't watch the TV show Cops without getting sick, you might not want to watch this movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it may be.
Don't get drunk. Don't go see this in like a movie tavern or something like that and be all fucking high and shit, because you will wind up vomiting. Because I couldn't even go pee. And I was sober when I went and see this. I couldn't even go pee because I was afraid that if I went to go pee and I came back and all that shit's happening and I was watching it, I'd have to sit on the floor because I'd be too scared.
It didn't bother me until after I left. We were sitting in the car and I was like,
yeah, it was
I
weird.
went to throw a cigarette out the window and it just like fell out of my hand. Like my hand hit the window and it like fell out. I was like, who am I?
That's what I was doing too. And I was
What are these hands?
That's what I was doing. I was looking at my hands. I was like, what?
It's like the whole rest of I was like,
you were trying to question yourself. It felt like somebody had unplugged me from the Matrix.
As far as the movie goes, like, yeah, it is a gimmick. It's all the bad shit that they could easily say about it. It's a total gimmick. It's just a video game. There's issues with the story or whatever. But the thing is, they took that gimmick and they, on the first shot, on first swing, made the quintessential movie of that. Like, they did it so good. There's so much cool shit in this movie, and I love so much of it. And I know for a fact that I never want to see anybody make a movie like this again. Because they took one swing, they knocked it out of the fucking park, and they should just leave it alone. Because it's not a genre I'd like to see more of. But it was still really good.
It was definitely a unique take on the action genre for sure, and I enjoyed it for what it was. And I think they had a good plot. Well, it was a decent plot. It was a basic plot. It was a basic action story plot. There was really no character development really to speak of. I mean, as far as like just thrusting you in the action and saying, hey, guess what? You're going to have a good fucking time while I crush this guy's nuts, first-person shooter style. And that was fun. It was like a little bit, honestly, it was like Rambo mixed with Jason Bourne, mixed with Kung Fury, mixed with RoboCop, all put into one movie. And from the first-person perspective scenario. And for that, it was truly unique, like I said, but overall, like as far as character and development, if you're going in for a deep kind of story, there's nothing there. It's like if Universal presents Universal Studios the movie. It was like that. Like if you go on those rides and stuff, that's what it was. It was like an action.
It could have been a ride. It could have easily been a ride. This is literally the story. It's the beginning of Halo. You wake up and he's looking all around and he's been fucked up by stuff and they've rebuilt him, make him better, make him stronger. I just spit, dude. I saw it. I saw it at your face. I'm sorry.
That's hardcore.
I have something to tell you.
That's hardcore.
I have AIDS. They give like a quick rundown, like, oh, you're here, you can't talk, you haven't had your microchip installed yet, and you're a super badass, heroic guy. And then the next thing you know, bad guys kick in the door, and you're on the chase, and that's it. Like, there's no deep story to this. There's no background to this. There's no whatever. They do a couple cool things, like with the bad guy is so fucking... Literally, the bad guy is Jared Leto from Fight Club. Like, that's what it is. Only Burt McCracken from The Used.
I thought he looked like PewDiePie. No, it's just like he looks like PewDiePie, but he looks like an albino version of PewDiePie that actually sounds like PewDiePie. He was like, "Do you have blood on your arm, you too?"
He's like a Magneto guy, and he does like, and they never even explain it, like how he got this power, or at least I don't think they did. No. Maybe I was too fucking dizzy. But they never even explain it, but like he can like just take a shit and be like, and he can like pick you up and throw you around or whatever.
It's just an action movie that's a throwback to like the mindless, senseless, more over violence that you want. And you're having fun. It's a fun fucking movie. It's fun as shit. It's a really good movie, but it's overall there is things about it that you're like, yeah, that's kind of stupid, but still you're having a good time watching it.
And it stars Sharlto Copley from District 9 more than it stars, Henry obviously, because you never really see him. But Sharlto Copley's kind of this guy who's leading you along this journey with him. He's like a helper, and I won't give anything more away about his character, but his character's got these crazy, like, he's got many sides, I'll say that, and they do some funny fucking shit with him. Like, they go balls to the wall with this movie. Like, they're not even trying. Like, there's shit that they go hardcore, like, jokey with. Yeah. And, like, there's people, like you said, there's nuts getting squished. There's a funny bit where he tries to ride a horse at one point, and they play, like, Donnie Brasco music in the background. Yeah, like, they don't care at all. And from the start of the movie, you can tell that's going to happen because... Like, the intro to the movie's badass. They play this cool song, and they, like, show, like, it's like a James Bond opening. It's nasty, dude. They show a knife going in one side, a big fucking knife, and you see it slowly go through the skin and then come out. They went balls to the wall with the graphics.
I felt weird when that was happening, though, on screen. Because, I've never, like, I've watched, like, bad, like, nasty shit happen, like, graphic violence before, but never slowed down, and, like, you see the skin, like, wriggle. You see the skin wriggle because it's that slow motion. It was like, so I was watching that, I was like... It was like not just the fact that it was like you were seeing it slow mo, but it was like the music and then like the the lighting of the movie was like dark red, and you were just like, I felt weird. Like I felt like I was in a horror movie.
Felt like someone was violating you?
Yeah,
like they were inside of you?
So I put a finger in my butt and I wasn't ready. But you know, it's like, it's weird. Like after I went home after this movie.
Wait, would it be okay if you were ready?
Yeah, it'd be okay. That'd be okay. It was like, did I say 2 fingers? I meant 3. Like, but no, it was weird because after I went home and I went to bed and I went to sleep, like this movie like fucking made me have like ultra 3D fucking moments in 4K.
Yeah.
Like it was freaking, that was wild. But really, when I woke up, you know, and you see a great movie or whatever, and you wake up and you think about it. I thought about this movie when I woke up, but it was more like I just played a really great video game. Yeah. Like it was so cool and different, and I never played anything like it before. And it was like that, but so it was like Call of Duty live action. Like I'm
honestly,
only, and they even kind of market it that way. It's still fun though. It's still a really fun movie if you can get through the nausea part of it. It's not so bad. I mean, maybe we're making it sound like it's more like extreme than it is.
It should be fine, unless you have issues with that shit. You should be fine.
But dude, you imagine, we talk about this, if that shit was in 3D, no fucking way I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
And I'll be honest with you, and we'll get to the really good stuff, because there's really good stuff, but I'll be honest with you, when the movie ended, I was glad it was over with. I didn't want any more. Like, it was so cool for so long, and then I was like, okay, too much, maybe. It's like, it's a music video / video game / fucking hardcore R-rated movie, and you feel so into it, it's so cool. There's one point they go into an escape pod, and they drop out of a plane, and it's like falling through the sky, and I was like, oh, shit.
That made my nuts go up a little bit.
Yeah, that was really fucking cool.
Like Jason Bourne. Like if you could say, what would it be like to be in the mind of Jason Bourne and look out of his eyes and see shit the way he sees it and the way he moves across buildings. Like there's a lot of parkour shit going on in this movie, and that stuff is intense. But yeah, when they do fight, when the action hits up, it's fucking good. Like it's not bad, like at all.
And it's like the XFL version of Jason Bourne. If Jason Bourne was the NFL, this is the XFL version of a Jason Bourne movie. But I love how fucking violent it was, man. They did some grody shit to people in this, and the deaths, so fucking cool. The way that they did the action scenes, so fucking cool. It's not just that you're watching somebody play a video game like some people have complained about. It's like you're watching the greatest video game player of all fucking time. Like take 2 guns and shoot like 12 people at once in like 5 seconds.
I was glad to have watched it. I'm glad that they made a movie like that. I don't want to see another. I don't want to see a sequel. I don't want to see.
I definitely don't want to see.
I don't
a genre
see movies.
Out of this.
Yeah, I don't want to see a genre develop after this because it would make me no.
And there's no reason to make another one because this one fucking knocked it out of the park. I don't think a first-person shooter movie can get any better than this one was. I thought they fucking killed it. I mean, every single frame is fucking just heart-pumping
Well,
action.
that's the thing. The end of the movie, it's easily open for a sequel. I mean, the way that it's open-ended. Like, the sequel, it could happen or it doesn't have to happen, but I hope it doesn't happen. Yeah. But then again, if it does happen, it happens. But I will say I respect the shit out of how much time and work and fucking resources it took to make something like that. Absolutely. Like, how would you get a fucking, like, actor to be like, hey, they never see your face. They just see your hands.
They did so fucking good.
I'd be a lot of moisturizing on my hands. My hands are going to look amazing.
A lot of moisturizing. A lot of creams.
A lot of creams.
A lot of sobs. But yeah, pornos. I mean, they do the first person, the POV pornos.
No, they haven't done those.
No, they have.
Have they? Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
Ultimately, guys, I give this movie a strong 7.5. I think that the gimmick is too fucking much overall, but I think this is the quintessential best there's ever gonna be first-person POV action movie, and I was blown the fuck away by the action scenes in this movie and the R-ratedness and the kills. Such a badass. It's a fucking. This movie's heavy metal as fuck.
I'm gonna go with 7.5 as well. There's no doubt that Motley Crue is proud, and the music's great too.
The music's fucking killer.
Awesome.
2 questions. Number 1, Sharlto Copley. He's a weird actor. Like he's like. At certain points, he's awesome, and he's like so unique and crazy, and you love him. Yeah. And sometimes he's a little bit too much, and it doesn't really work. But he's never in big movies. He's always in like these like almost experimental movies. So, do you guys think Sharlto Copley should get bigger roles and do more stuff?
I think he should get bigger roles.
I do too. I want to see. I at least want to see what he's got because I mean, he plays many different parts in this movie, and he's pretty damn funny at times, and other times it's a little bit too much, but still really, really good. And my other question is, what do you guys think about this POV thing? Do you want to see more of it? Do you think it's a good idea? That's the question today, guys. We love your faces. We're on Snapchat. We're on Snapchat. We watch Movie Mike, all one word. Instagram, Facebook, all that shit down below. Add us. Add us. Add us, and we'll buy you a beer someday. And also, we're doing a new Q&A, and we want to switch things up a little bit so we don't keep answering the same questions, making it boring for you guys. We want you guys to ask us for advice about something. Just whatever the fuck it is. You can be like, what credit card should I pick? I don't give a fuck. Ask us for advice about whatever's going on in your life. Not that you should listen to it or that we're qualified, but it'll just be a fun fucking video. So love your faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some fucking wham up in you.